did make it a little faster, but I'm not entirely sure how fast it is now.
It's still very slow.
It's slower than
honestly,
it should be.
this is super tangent, but like Metal Gear is kind of structured the same way. It's interesting.
Yeah. And Nintendo did this with
I mean, it's
Splatoon
not
as well.
turn-based, but you do have to play a bunch of
No,
games
the
to
upgrades,
unlock.
those unlocks though are real time. So you're sitting there waiting for 40 minutes to get the next gun or whatever. Yeah, it's
As
great.
opposed to how much content you
I mean,
can
some
play.
of them aren't, but as you go on, a lot of it is.
Yeah, because the tile sets that you get at the beginning are Mario 1 and New Super Mario Bros. U, the levels are very aggressively weighted for those right now, whereas only people who have been playing a ton or got it on day 0 or who cheated their system clock.
A few of them exist, yes.
Yeah. But just...
Which is only a little bit sad because 3 and World are my favorite Mario games, and I want to see more of those games sort of represented. But of course, like as time goes on, I think it's
it has
totally
the
even.
game also has a mode called 10 Mario Challenge, which Danielle also talked about a couple weeks ago, which is just, I think that seems to be just playing. You get 10 lives instead of 100 lives, and you're playing games that are levels that come on the disc, and that's a really wide range of stuff, clearly made by Nintendo's team.
Yeah.
And it reveals that the potential for this thing is going to be very, very high.
Those are also the only things you can play in the offline mode. So if you're ever... I was playing the other night for a couple of hours, actually, and I hit the server maintenance time or whatever, and I was like, oh, shit, well, I gotta go play the Nintendo-made levels then, and it was kind of like, this is like the game's sort of like both starter kit and sort of backup for when...
The Nintendo-made levels are so good, though,
They're great,
at revealing what I think is a huge appeal of Mario Maker, which is obvious, but it's just you can take the things that come with Super Mario Brothers, the platformer like base set that we've known and loved as forever, and then they even Nintendo stuff very successfully like subverts the hell out of their own games in other levels in a way that's
Nintendo
really
is
fun.
really good at that in general.
Yeah, like
with Mario in particular.
Yeah, the starter pack includes like World X.X remix with like World 1, 2 or World 3, 6 or whatever, where it's just the levels from Mario 1, but then they just slowly degrade into complete insanity. Where like we played a World 1, 1 remix, I think, in one of the early games of whatever the 10 Mario Challenge is, and it looks like 1-1, and then you go down into the pipe, the first like pipe you can go into that just has a little room full of coins, but it looks slightly different than what you expected. Then the first time you pick up a coin, crazy dance music shows up and like disco lights start flashing and like lasers explode and everything makes completely different sound effects, and you go back upstairs and it's just Mario Brothers again. And you're like, what? But I don't know, just being able to have an unlimited, untapped
buffet
of Mario is very appealing. There's some really crappy stuff, but people like what? Just like bad levels. There's just straight up bad levels. Well, I mean, that 100 Mario mode also reveals some things on the authoring side that I wish were different. And actually, if anyone read Jeff Gerstmann's review of Mario Maker on Giant Bomb, he actually points these things out very succinctly in a way that I entirely agree with. But you can only make single levels as a creator in Mario Maker right now. No worlds, which is a really big bummer because the other thing you cannot do is you cannot author question mark blocks that will put a mushroom out if you're small, but will give you a different power up if you're big. And those two things combined mean that there is no sense of any metagame challenge or any of the sort of like multi-level progression that exists in a main Mario game, because you entering a level small, then shrinking, then getting a mushroom, so you have an area that you could complete if you're just big, but if you played it well, you could optimally complete it by getting that upgrade. You can't author for that content, and then you also, as a creator, can't author the position of one-ups and life management as a thing in your level because it's functionally useless.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that extra lives count for is like they're turned into something else when you're playing the 100 Mario Challenge. When you get one-ups, they effectively just seem to give you like...
You can go up to 100, but you can never go above that, so they're useless.
But they also like, you get 3 in a level and they give you cards that flip over at the end of a level that means something that I can't tell, but just sort of, you can author all this very like mainline, super hardcore Mario content, because Mario 1, 3, and World are like the canonical like hardcore classic Mario games, but you can't do some of the really advanced stuff that actually like gives level
The
offering.
entirety of that
Yeah,
experience.
like wait.
Yeah.
And it feels like they're so close because when you play the 10 Mario challenge or the 100 Mario challenge, it draws out a totally genericized world map that's just like an S-curve with dots on it. And it makes me wish that as a creator, you could have a new world button that lets you just choose how many saves you want and have it populate that S-curve with dots and then let you drag your levels into those and publish a world.
You basically make a playlist.
Yeah, it basically make a
that'd be
playlist
cool.
where your lives carry across. It would be I think it would be the smartest ad they could make to the game as people get more adept with it, because people like you can browse by most faved levels, and you can browse by man, there's a couple things. There's like highest rated, most played, and
And then there's also, I mean, they're
And you
also
can just
weighted
follow
towards
your-
difficulty, and you can follow creators
and you can follow
stuff
creators.
like that. Yeah.
But
That's cool.
there's no tag support, so you can't tag a level, which is a big
Right.
bummer. So you can't tag like autoplay or you know